Okay. Well, surprise, surprise. Okay. So, hello, YouTube channel. We are, if you are finding this live, we are kind of playing around a little bit today. We talk a lot about soap making and creating a soap making business. And in our soap making business, we're playing with a new toy today. I've never done a YouTube live, so this is a lot of fun, just to see how this could be something that we use maybe more regularly on our YouTube channel. So today I'm here live. I've got some soaps that I have cut recently that I would love to show you. This is just one of my favorite parts of soap making, is doing the cutting, finding out what those soaps look like. And if you're a soap maker, you know that you can plan your soap batch. You can, like, you know that you've used a couple colors, you know what kind of swirling you've done, whether you've used a tool or anything else. And but you never know what those bars are going to look like. So I'm going to show you some of the bars that we have cut just today, and now these will be curing and then on our website later on. Also, if you have any questions, things that you have been wondering about soap making, I would love for you to comment those below this post. Actually, I don't even know how comments work below a live. So maybe it gets in the chat of my live, or maybe it's a comment you can add below if you're finding this later on. Totally fine. But what questions do you have about soap making? And I'm kind of curious. I need to check. I'm not even sure how to find this later. We'll just assume all is well. On Facebook, I can check it. So we'll see how this goes. But what questions do you have about soap making? What are those things that you've got? Those things, maybe you have made soap. Maybe you've made a lot of soap, but you've got something in the back of your mind that is just nagging at you that you're really wanting to know about soap making. Or maybe it's a question that has stopped you from trying to make soap. You're interested in soap making, you're watching all the YouTube soap making videos, you're super excited, and it looks like a lot of fun. You think this is something that you would really enjoy doing if you could just get a couple of these questions answered. So what are those questions? I would love to know that. You can put them in the chat, you can put them below this post, and either I will answer them just in a comment kind of form, or maybe we'll even make a video about this question to get that answered for you and anybody else who's got this question in the back of their mind. So what questions do you have about soap making, about a soap making business? Those are kind of our two topics here, but go ahead and put those questions in and we'll see what we can do with those. So first, I have some soaps here that we cut earlier today. This is Apricot Peach. And I know if you are a soap maker, you probably have, I have to ask an odd question here. Where am I putting these? I'll just assume I have to go here. If you're a soap maker, you likely have done this before, where you get to cut your soap, you get to check out, just see what each bar is like. And I was kind of laughing at this one earlier. It looks like, oh no, it's not this one. It must be a different one. I'll find it when it comes up. But it's so neat to see what's the swirl like, what happened on the inside of these bars. Can I switch to a different camera? Does that work? We'll try to see if I can. Hang on. Okay. There we go. Okay. Sometimes there's big spots, sometimes there's delicate swirls, and it's so interesting because how you, like, so many variables affect how this soap looks. This one was a thinner trace when I poured it, so now all the lines in there are a bit more delicate. On a different one I was doing, it's a little more chunky colors. And here we go. So that's the one I said, it looks like there's a little bird of some kind at the bottom of this soap, and then if you flip it over, there's a cat. You never know what you're going to find in these soaps. So that's our Apricot Peach batch. So these soaps are 2 days old. This one, I like this one. This was Apricot Peach Basil. I must have really had apricot on my mind when I was choosing my fragrances for the next little bit, but I really like how this one turned out. Just a lot of busyness, a lot of colors, but more like springy colors. You know, like they're more the pastel, more subdued. This is a really fresh, nice scent. I love this one. We haven't had this one before, so this is a new one for us. And I think it might be a staple for us. So these soaps are 2 days old. Cut them today. They've been in the mold for a couple days. And now they will sit in this box and cure for the next 6 weeks. I've heard other people say that they like their soaps they use their soaps sooner than that, but we always let ours cure for 6 weeks. We want to make sure it's a nice, dry, firm bar of soap that's going to last a long time for our customers, and in a wet environment like the shower, all different things like that. Now this one, there's a couple thoughts going on with this one. This is a different kind of swirl and pour that I was trying, but we are thinking about, as I was making this soap, I thought about the colors, and then I realized these colors are the colors of the high school district that we live in. And I thought it might be a neat idea to try out school colors in a soap. So maybe, like, this is one school nearby us. Maybe we'll do a few and have some different soaps that way that maybe would have appeal to high schoolers or their families anyway. Their moms, maybe. Either way. I just love how this turned out. The angled pour and then the swirl tool in there too. Just a lot of fun going on in these batches of soap. Now, if you follow our channel, we are currently doing a series on soap making tips. And one of the things I wanted to just take a minute to give you a little sneak peek on is this is my soap cutter. And I love this one. We're going to talk more in detail about why I choose this soap cutter and what I really like about it in a video coming up in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that video, and we're going to talk a whole bunch about the different options you have for cutting your soaps. But I really like this one. I had a soap cutter before this that was narrower, and I really like the 1-inch cut. It just feels like kind of this is what standard handmade soap bars are cut like. So I wanted mine to be a little bit bigger, kind of like everybody else's. Maybe I had like Keeping Up with the Joneses. But I love the fact if you can kind of imagine a whole loaf of soap here, and that you can just cut all of them real evenly. And that's really the key to having a cutter like this. I know they're expensive. I know you have to make the investment, but to have all your bars be really uniform sizes and weights is the big thing, because that matters on your soap label. You don't want to have to, hand write the weight of every bar of soap on your label. So to have them as uniform as possible really helps that situation, and just helps you to be able to label a bunch instead of having to do everyone that way. So really makes your soap making more streamlined and easier. So thank you for joining me here on my very first YouTube Live. I'm so excited to just try this out and see how it goes. Remember, I would love to know what questions you have, either about soap making or about building a soap business. I would love to see those in the comments below this live. And then maybe we can answer them either in the comments or do a whole video getting that question answered for you and anybody else who's asking it. So thanks for joining me here. Enjoy the rest of your day.